now
Okay. Safe now.
okay. Let me see. No. Okay, everybody, this is Henry in Blue Heron Arts Studio. I'm working with May from UK. This morning we studied bamboo with moon. I'm showing May how to mount it now. This is done on rice paper. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, cutting the paper into size. The backing paper is larger than the original painting, and the silicone film on this release paper is the same size as the painting. Now we kind of place it in the middle of the paper and iron the silicone paper onto the rough side of the backing paper first. This one is very low tech, no risk at all because the original is not here. Okay, and let it cool down a little bit. Usually I use the rough side, it has teeth. But I also learned from a professional friend. She used the smooth side, so the rough side would be on the back, on the outside of the painting. I would use the teeth side always because I feel that's more adhesive. I think easier to adhere. So I peel from one corner. See if it's too hot, it pour the silicone up is not good. So just let it cool down a little bit. And we also need to prepare another sheet of paper. This is the parchment paper. It's for bakery. In your kitchen, you should have, everybody may have it, right? So this is the best to use as a dust protecting paper when you iron. You don't want to, especially if the backing paper there's extra edge, it might expose. So when your iron touch it, it will stick on the iron, and the iron will go onto the painting. That's not good. So that will protect it, prevent it from happening. So now we're going to. So now it's cool. So when it's cool, the silicone film stays like laminated plastic on the surface of the backing. By the way, you can also use this sheet for parchment paper, but it's not transparent, so you cannot really see it. So if I do it, I cannot really. I can see a little bit, but I have been using that all the time. But not recently, I switched to parchment paper because it has better anti-sticking quality. So if you touch the silicone, it won't stick on. Okay, so, and besides I can see through much better, right? And then set the iron on silk or the lowest temperature on your iron.
Do you line it like this?
Yeah.
Do you line the painting with the
I do line it. I think I did I?
Yeah.
I think it should be fine. Yeah, if it's not perfect, it's fine.
Okay.
Because it's behind the frame. So I just do it from side to side this time. Usually I start from the center. But still, from center out,
Okay.
from one side to the other side, or from the center to all four directions, like here.
Is this to
it's
the
like the
very hot?
No, the lowest temperature on this. So usually we do it like the British flag,
Okay.
from center out. The idea is you don't want to seal the margin first. The air will trap in that, and that's all. So it's all flat, and the color is much enhanced. So you can see Yeah, so you can see subtle differences of the color.
Wow.
Yeah, it's almost like yeah, it's finished now. Because if you don't mount it, you do not really see the true color supposed to be seen. So now we're going to mount yours. Are you afraid of doing it yourself? I will be your guide. Yeah. So the first step is to put these two together. So the silicone facing the facing the paper, the backing paper, like that. And here's the iron. You can start from center out.
Middle out.
Right. Yeah. Just keep it on the surface and keep all the way outside the paper because you don't want to miss any margin. All the way. Yeah, because the shape of the iron is not easy to cover all the.
You
surface.
press or?
You press a little bit, but basically just guiding. Using the heat, not the pressure.
Right.
It's not pressure sensitive. It's heat
Oh.
activated adhesive. So this part you missed. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, just go all the way out. Yeah, all the way out. Okay, now let's cool down a little bit. Okay, just to set this side. Let me just, see, it's stick on the back.
Oh,
I want to show you how to deal with that. So the reason we have this cloth instead of that felt is if you have felt, it's a disaster. You cannot remove it.
Okay.
So now you can just let it cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
And sometimes just take it off after it cools down. But if not, you can just something like that. If it's still something remaining, drop it off, just like that.
Okay.
This is denim cloth.
Yeah.
It's like a jean.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And there, yeah. Just drop it off. Rub it. So I've been using this for more than a decade. This piece is still clean because it's easy to clean.
Yeah.
So now it's cool. If you look at the back, you see it's not perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually we don't worry about this.
Okay.
We don't need to worry about that. Even on the final result, you will still see. But I try to be more cautious. So you can press down. You can see if you press down, you can feel that it's just not enough pressure. See, something like that. It's just the most important tip is do not. You know, sometimes we need to spray water because if the paper is crumbled, we need to relax that. But don't spray on this cloth. If you have moisture here, it absorbs. It's a cotton, so it will create trouble. Yeah. So this must be completely dry, no moisture at all. If you have to spray something, you can spray outside of the table.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can. We can still use this parchment or just use this sheet. Either way. You see, there are bubbles because we didn't really pressure enough, but I think as long as the film stays, we should be fine. But next time we want to make sure it's completely.
Okay.
Because we could have some air there or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just a caution, caution us to iron more because the low temperature requires longer time and goes slower maybe and even cover all the area. Okay, now we are we're going to put this on.
Okay.
I should remember which one is but you can visually inspect if there's any silicone on it. If not, I'm sorry, I have to drink some water here. Just go ahead.
From middle out.
Yeah, from middle out. I'm going to come back.
Yeah. This is my first time doing the mounting, and Henry said from the middle out. So I'm trying my best. Hopefully I don't create air bubbles.
Yeah, don't lift the iron.
Oh.
Leave it on. Just Yeah, right. Just like driving in a amusement park, you know, going bumping.
Oh,
Yeah.
get worried.
Don't worry about it. Just you have the have an extra hand, or you just put a paperweight on the corners and to hold it.
And when
Going all the way out.
When do we know that it's?
Let me show you.
Yeah.
Let me do it for you. You can just go like this, so you don't have to go circular. I do like circular sometimes because I feel it's easier to get the paper flat.
Maybe you need more water.
Yeah, I just ate a little bit spicy things. I think they choke my throat. Okay, I think it's done.
Careful.
Yeah, I think it's done. And okay, here is another area you want to clean, just like that. Rub off. Okay. If you look at the back, sometimes it still have a little bit.
Yeah, but the front
that's okay.
looks amazing.
Right, the front is what we worry about. If you're perfectionist, you might try this. But sometimes what happens is when you make this perfect, this goes back to the front. So that's make it even worse. To know. Right. So you just want to be careful, not on the back at all. Just if this is perfect, nobody will know what's on the back. But there's nothing wrong, but just a little bit kind of like the drawing trait, because they come in a roll, so it's not perfect. Like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. You can still roll it.
You can. I was going to ask. So you can still roll it.
Yeah.
And
it's designed for scroll making. Yeah, it's like that. So that's you can roll this two together, and that bigger one will protect this one. Right? Yeah, just roll it like that. You can put something in the middle. I will give you a little tube. Maybe you can put inside the tube as well, so you can mail it. It's still, that's why I like 80 pound or less even for backing. But don't use rice paper, because the rice paper itself is not strong enough.
Okay.
So we can.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Now I've seen it.
Thanks for watching. I think the orientation is a little bit. It's like vertical, maybe. Anyway, we have to live with whatever. Oops. Here. I think we broadcast the